Arsenal have beaten Leeds 5-0. So where are we in terms of the title contenders? Because I was at City, they're still vulnerable, but Arsenal look very, very good at the back. I mean, they were only playing Leeds United, no disrespect to Leeds United, but the attack that Arsenal have got should be able to unpick them.
Well, we know a lot more this weekend. You and I are going to be at Anfield, first sort of heavyweight showdown of the season. Liverpool against Arsenal, a ground where Arsenal historically have struggled to pick up victories. But I do think when you look at the vulnerabilities in this Liverpool team, and they are a work in progress, still trying to integrate a lot of the new signings, and I've not been overly impressed by Florian Wirtz so far, by the way. But in terms of Arsenal having the capability to go there, get a goal, and grind out a result, I think they've got a big opportunity, Arsenal, to make a real statement early on. Because if it comes down to who's got the best defence, it's going to be Arsenal. Because everybody else up there looks like they're going to concede goals. They're trying to strengthen that defence with Hincapie, and Jeff Stelling was asking me on breakfast this morning, well, why on earth they need another central defender? Well, he can play at left back as well. Jakub Kiwior is going to Porto. Zinchenko will leave. So this again is Arteta just making sure he's got strength in numbers so that Arsenal's title quest is not derailed by injuries as it was last season. Obviously, the caveat to that is they're going to go into this game this weekend without Saka and Ødegaard, not long-term injuries, but obviously two players when you're going up against the champions that you could do with having in your side.
Well, you mentioned it, that they are yet to concede a goal, and they are going to buy Piero Hincapie. He was part of the Leverkusen team that were unbeaten during that season where they won the league and the cup double. He's a left-sided defender who I've seen play centre-back, left-back and wing-back. And what it is, in relation to what Crook has said about Zinchenko and Kiwior, is an upgrade. It is an upgrade in terms of quality. Calafiori has suffered a number of injuries since joining Arsenal last summer, and if you look back at his history, he never usually plays more than 25 league games over the course of a season, so you do need depth there. And the fact that they've gone in again to get another one over the line shows how much they've backed Mikel Arteta, and they obviously sense that this is a real opportunity for them this season to go on and win the league. Lianne, do you think they can do it?
They have to. To be honest, bringing in Eza, every last 3 years they've got close. But for me, they haven't won a trophy since Mikel Arteta first got there. And I do think they desperately need that. I think the amount of money they've spent, I understand bringing in extra players as well for depth. I don't come from this place where, people saying, the squad's set, why are you getting another player in? Well, if you can get quality in, then get the quality in. I mean, Lewis Skelly hasn't started this season yet, which is quite a surprise, I would say. Quite a surprise. I like Zubimendi. I think he's a decent player. Gyökeres, like I said, I think they're still getting used to playing with a number 9 because they haven't been used to it. Madueke, decent player. Martinelli, I think Madueke and Martinelli will be fighting for that position. But I do think it's almost like Arteta has to deliver now. I like Mikel Arteta, but sometimes it's a bit too much talking. Do you know what I mean, Sam? Like, the season before last, he goes on the pitch at the end of the season at the Emirates. The fans are feeling it. Then last year, how they let Liverpool win the league, that was a massive opportunity. Man City were falling by the wayside. And the fact that Arsenal didn't get it done last year, to me, I was quite surprised. Because Liverpool, everyone was saying, no one's playing well. Fair play to Liverpool. They got the job done. But I think it has to be this season. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, they have to. There can't be any more excuses. They brought in a number 9 now. And they have to win the league. That's what has to happen.
But interestingly, you can tell that the club back him, right, Crook, because of the way they've invested in the playing staff. If they didn't believe in the Arteta project and they didn't trust the process, to coin a phrase, then they wouldn't have given them all the weaponry they have.
No, absolutely. And also the change of sporting director, Edu, going to link up with Evangelos Marinakis and Andrea Berta coming in. That was heavily led by Arteta as well, because I think he felt last summer maybe the recruitment wasn't quite good enough to get Arsenal where they wanted to be. He wanted more of a say on who they signed, and these arrivals this summer have got his fingerprints all over them. So I do agree with what Lianne is saying, though. The time for excuses is over now. You can't spend as much money as Arsenal have, and they are the biggest net spenders in the Premier League this season, despite the fact that Liverpool have broken the British transfer record once, might do it again. You can't come up short again. So I think he's got to deliver something tangible. But the Arsenal fans I speak to, a lot of them have a different opinion. They don't care if they finish second again. They maintain, and Perry Groves is one of them, that when Arteta came in, Arsenal were irrelevant. They weren't making any kind of impact on the football landscape, and clearly that isn't the case anymore.